So, it is almost 8 o'clock, and I'm gonna go in to get, hopefully, a red ticket for Elizabeth Diaries, and we're currently in line for it. It's a very long line. This is not even half of it. Like, goes on. It's a very long line. But yeah. So I'm still putting in today. Alex went to go get a smoothie for herself, and she'll maybe come back. We'll see. So I shall talk to you guys later. Okay, so I tried once, didn't get in. I kind of want to try again because I'm tired. So I'm probably just gonna walk around, maybe get some food or something. But yeah, I don't mind because this year's more panels for me this year than it is for signing, so I'm just like whatever. So yeah, that's like the line for Star Kid over there. That's the line to get into signings. It's insane. So I'll watch you guys later. Find the record button again. So more technology.
This is your first Leaky, and what's your best experience so far? And for me, it is my first LeakyCon, and I think my best experience so far was probably when I went to the Disney sing-along and we sang, like,
yes.
just like 400 people just in a room singing Disney songs. Just, yeah.
I am Rapunzel.
Okay, so how many of you guys is it your first LeakyCon? Nice. Wow. Thank you for choosing this over How Do You Leaky? I mean, because I had no choice. I'm presenting. So maybe some of the people who it's their first time here, maybe share your best experience so far. Yeah, if you want, you can come up, make a line if you want to talk to the mic. I'm not gonna make anyone feel uncomfortable, but like if you want to, feel free. Okay, go ahead.
I think my best experience is meeting geeks and nerds like me who love the same thing. Seeing all like I met a huge group in Starbucks, and I'm like, oh my god, you love Harry Potter too, and they're like, yes.
For me, it was definitely the rock concert. I stayed from History of Magic all the way till midnight, and then I got signatures and pictures with all of them, and it was fantastic. So if you haven't stayed for that, stay for that. So amazing.
I have two. The first one was before LeakyCon started. I ran into Elizabeth Diaries on the street in Portland, and I introduced myself, and it was awesome. The second one was before the rock concert started. Me and my friend Becca, we started like a SoCal. It was awesome. It was hilarious.
My best memory so far is definitely meeting people I've talked to over the internet for 2+ years, and finally meeting them and being best friends.
Hey, can you bring me mine?
Oh yeah, I'm
Just bring me mine. Because I kind of can't get up. All right, here. So, thank you so much. Next one.
Oh my god. That is a best picture. That is the best picture ever.
This is great.
Jack Hart. Oh wait, John Hart.
Captain John Hart.
Oh my gosh, that
Jackie!
man. Oh my gosh, that so bad.
Alright, next one.
You're just not very much.
Okay. This is kind of hard. Weevil!
Okay, I'll give it to you because you already have one.
There are a lot of prizes. Another 7 prizes, so there are good chances to win. Weevil. Okay.
Lisa Holland.
Yay, best person.
Lisa Holland.
Yes, good job. So,
You want me to give it to you after?
I think that was the last one that, this is to the end. Yeah, even if the music doesn't work, then we can still sing.
You have a look at my
jumper,
it's
the voice of an angel. So we'll do it at the end, but I have another game now.
Okay.
So,
I just assume you guys who are in the program, you know who we are. Start over.
Hi.
Have you ever been to? I have nothing else to contribute.
Amber wrote a lot of books. Jones, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They have dirty bits in them in some of them, so we couldn't read them in here.
Yes. But she's in a real, no, I read the wrong one. I read the I read The Golden Age of Death, and it's really awesome. But that was not the first one. You should read the first one first.
Oh, you're so sweet. She's awesome on Twitter.
I've been on the Twitter a lot. I'm E. Lockhart. I'm an author and not an actor, but I did write a musical theater fandom book called Dramarama, and this is David's other one.
David, love it there. No acting experience. In fact, amusingly, I became a writer, so I never have to perform in public. Oh well, and yeah, the closest I've come to theater is probably the musical Will Grayson, which I'll go
I'm Rainbow Roll, and I'm the author of an Eleanor Carterman's book, Fangirl, comes out this fall. And I was the star of my high school play. It was not a very big high school.
Watch out, you.
Yeah, watch out.
I'm Anthony Rapp. I broke my LeakyCon cherry last night.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so we will now begin with our opening line mashup. All right, what it means? I have no authority whatsoever with this group. I have to notice that. The opening line mashup is a mashup of opening lines from YA and other novels that are read by teens and adults. We'll see. We're not going to tell you what books they are, so we can. No, we're not. So we're going to see if you can identify these opening lines.
If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you'll probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like, and how my parents were occupied and all before they had me, and all that David Copperfield kind of crap. But I don't feel like going into it if you want to know the truth.
I was born with water on the brain.
Sometimes it's like all I ever do is lie.
Now, I don't like school, which you might say is one of the factors that got us involved with this old guy, named the Pink Man. Actually, I hate school, but then again, most of the time, I hate everything.
The reason Weezy Bat hated high school was because no one understood. They didn't even realize where they were living.
The best day of my life happened when I was 5 and almost died at Disney World.
Yesterday, I remember thinking I was the happiest person in the whole earth, in the whole galaxy, in all of God's creation. Could that only have been yesterday? Or was it endless light years ago?
It is so appropriate to color hope yellow, like the sun we seldom saw.
They murdered him. As he turned to take the ball, a dam burst on the side of his head and a hand grenade shattered his stomach.
Okay, when did it get so hideous? Jessica Wakefield groaned. She leaned in toward her bedroom mirror as her twin sister, Elizabeth, rolled her eyes. Seriously, Liz, it's like somebody snuck into my room last night and whacked me with the ugly stick.
It is the first day of November, and so today, someone will die.
Dear friend, I'm writing to you because she said I didn't try to sleep with that person at that party, even though you could have. Please don't try to figure out who she is, because then you might figure out who I am, and I really don't want you to do that.
When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking Prem's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas cover of her mattress. She must have had bad dreams and climbed in with our mother. Of course she did. This is the day of the reaping.
It is my first morning of high school. I have 7 new notebooks, a skirt I hate, and a stomachache.
The week before I left my family in Florida and the rest of my minor life to go to boarding school in Alabama, my mother insisted on throwing me a going-away party.
When I picked Novisha up from school, she acted all weird and shit. She's the one that called my cell this morning and told me she needed to talk.
Sybil Davison has a genius IQ and has been laid by at least 6 different guys.
Once upon a time, there was a pair of pants.
Mr. and Mrs. Dursley. Of number 4. I'm proud to say that they were perfectly normal.
Thank you very much.
When I stepped out into the bright sunlight from the darkness of mornings, I had only 2 things on my mind: Paul Newman and a ride home.
Lyra and her Damon moved through the darkening, taking care to keep one side out of sight of the kitchen.
We went to the moon to have fun. It turned out to completely suck.
First the colors, then the humans. That's usually how I see things, or at least how I try.
Late in the winter of my 17th year, my mother decided I was depressed, presumably because I rarely left the house, spent quite a lot of time in bed, read the same book over and over, ate infrequently, and devoted quite a bit of my abundant free time to thinking about death.
Behind the maldoings of the Loyal Order of the Basset Hounds.
You're a little weird with this one. That's not the opening line. Because this one's mine. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. My name is Calliope Reaper Jones, and I think I'm losing my mind. You're very sweet.
I wake up. Immediately, I have to figure out who I am.
I sat down on the curb of 44th Street between 7th and 8th Avenues in front of the St. James Theater and glanced at my watch. No way was I going to be on time for my audition.
He'd stopped trying to bring her back. She only came back when she felt